Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel on human design. Well, this is a day of an announcement for you. As some of you will know, I am creating films on human design, and I'm also bringing out films of Ra Uru Hu, which I recorded many years ago. In 2002, November, Ra was in England and in Newcastle. And he did a number of talks that have not been available through Jovian or through the IHDS or through myself or through anywhere as a result of that. Only those people that were there got to see these lectures. So I'm releasing one. I'm going to release it on the Human Design Library as an audio and also in the film section, so you can actually see his expressions and the full-on Ra experience. It's on love and sex and contains some information that is not generally known about our sexual availability and the sexual connotations to the different gates that we have as part of that matrix. So rather than me go on, I think I would like to pass it on to Ra. So here's an introduction to the lecture he did on love and sex. So please enjoy this video and see what you make of it.
Now, I'm a 40 and I'm a 49. So I've got this get married, make a bargain, get divorced. Right? That's the one side. Okay, and it's an open emotional system. I have the 41st gate. I have the 41st gate. I got a fantasy about everything. Ducks. You name it, it's possible. I mean, the inanimate, whatever it is, because it's just fantasy after all. Right? And I don't have any inhibitions. So whatever it is, it is. But that means that when I'm in here, being stuck in the bargain that doesn't quite work and, getting ready to get divorced because somebody's cranked me on my emotional wave, the 41 comes in and says, hey, you know what? Maybe that would be really fun, Oh, Jesus, I've gotten into trouble because of that. See, what I want you to see is that when you see yourself, you can accept yourself. People have deep hang-ups about sex. It's incredible, the hang-ups that people have. And the most beautiful thing is to simply recognize what you are as a being, and when you act correctly, you see that you live out your gates. I have aspects in all three of these streams. I live all of them. I live all of them. I am all of them. I can't say, okay, this one's better than this one. I'm only going to do this one. I'm going to be a good boy. I stopped saying that when I left home. There's nothing you could do. You have to live out what's your nature. So it's one of the things to see. It's not about, oh, I've got this and I've got that, and what does that mean? And, because you get stuck with the morality and all the concepts that you carry around about your sexuality, instead of seeing that when you're operating correctly, that's the way you work. That's the point. That's the way you work. Okay, let's come to the sweet part. I love the sweet part. There we go. This is the great stream of romance. And the funniest thing about romance is based on, I don't know. Really, it's based on I don't know. If there wasn't that I don't know, you would never do the only thing that individuals need in lovemaking, which is they need a lot of time before they get to that place. This is how passion grows. You need time. The most powerful thing about the individual sexual romantic process is the unrequited love. See, everything about an individual is that it's better for an individual to love somebody they cannot have than to have somebody they do not love. It's very simple. And the whole thing about the way in which the power of passion grows is that the moment that you have interest as an individual, don't consummate. Take your time. Let the energy grow, because you don't know. If you see tribal couple together, they're walking down the street and it's hard to find air between them. They're holding hands, and they're sort of launched into each other, and their hands are in each other's pockets, or whatever the case may be. I mean, you know, when you see abstract couple together, you only see them for a few minutes, and then the closet door closes, and they're gone. But when you see an individual couple together, they're on either side of a table, staring deeply into each other's eyes and telling each other anything either one of them will listen to for as long as fucking possible. And all you're doing is you're building the passion. You're just building the passion because you don't know. You don't know. You keep on going. You know, it feels good, but you don't know. You know, you're going through the whole thing. Most dangerous thing for individuals is the moment that they make love, because it either works or it doesn't. I mean, there's no improvement schedule. You know, and there's no bargain. You know, sex in the tribe is always a bargain, eh? Okay, Wednesdays and Fridays. Never in the morning. This is the bargain, Wednesdays and Fridays, and don't bug me Saturday morning, please. Eh? Forget that, you're horny tough. Eh? Wednesdays and Fridays. Desire, I'm busy, dear, forget it, let's go. When you're dealing with the individual, the whole process is that if it doesn't work, the passion dissolves. It goes whoosh, gone. So individuals end up being these suffering poets. You know, they write all the bloody love songs. You know, they write all that sappy poetry. You know, they go on and on and on and on, you know, waiting for passion to show up. Okay, 39th gate. The 39th gate is the gate of, wouldn't you like to have me? Oh, it really is. These are the great teases. These are teasers. Let me give you the classic example of a 39. There's a man and he's got a date with a woman. She's a 39. He arrives at her place, and as he walks, as the door is opening, she's running away in a towel. Now, it's not like she reveals anything other than bare shoulders and legs, but she runs away into that. In that moment, the tease is set. Okay, now look, if you rush over and yank the towel off of her, it's all over. It's all over. 39s love to tease and see no reaction at all. Funny beings. Eh? Human beings, we're the silliest things you can imagine, eh? You know, and we think we're in charge of all this. Okay, so you're a 39 and you know, and on the other side, the poor 39, they got to deal with the 55. You say to the 55, would you like to go out tonight? I don't know. Would you like to stay in? I don't know. But you're already in, I know, but I don't know what to do. Would you like to make love? Oh, no, no. I'm not in the mood. Is there anything to eat? The hardest thing in the world is to get a 55 to say yes to you. They really don't know. And of course, they themselves are tormented. This is the gate of the emotional spirit. It's a great gate of love. I mean, it's a great gate of love. You know, but of course, under the emotional wave, until the time that that all changes, you know, it can be a torment because there's this deep, 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 deep indecisiveness. I don't know if I love you. I don't know if I want to make love to you. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And why are you pushing me? You know, so the 39 just keeps teasing. And it teases without expecting anything. That's its magic, eh? You know, they can get into a lot of trouble, by the way, because they can tease the wrong people, and the wrong people think that they're, you know, they're coming on to them or they're setting them up or whatever the case may be, and respond to that. You can get ugly situations. But, you know, it's very important to understand that this mechanic is all about waiting for mutation. So the 39 can actually wait until that 55 finally hits that passion point. Okay. 1222. Only individuals need to speak love. I mean, they need to speak love. If you see a tribal couple and one of the, they're just coming together, haven't seen each other all day, tribal couple, all they need to do is touch each other, and it's sufficient. It's all they need to do. That touch says, you're mine, I mean, it's possessive. It says, you're mine, and it says, I love you. It's just a touch. And it doesn't have to be a hug. It doesn't have to be anything more than the hand laid on the body or the touching of the hand, whatever it may be. It's just a touch. Yeah. The abstract has a voice. It goes to the throat. The tribal need only goes to the ego. It has no voice, has no expression. So if you're in a tribal relationship and you say, oh, darling, I love you so much, he says, piss off. What are you talking about? Go out and milk the cows. Give me a break. What are you talking about? Not interested in that. Not interesting. When you're dealing with the abstract, it's all accusation. When it gets to the throat, it's, it would have been a lot better if it didn't work because I had this incredible fantasy. You messed it up. All of this would have been so much better without you messing it up. When you get to the individual, it's all language. And they need to speak the language of love. And so they do. If you overhear them and you're not one of them, it's really obnoxious. This kind of sentimental goo-gaw drivel. But it's the only way because they are deeply acoustic. All individuals are deeply acoustic, and it's all about dealing with sound, that you hear through the sound the quality of the love. And so they sit and they go and they do their thing, waiting for that moment of, let's have a break. Just to finish up here with the themes of sexuality that are in the individual process. In terms of the gates, the 12th gate and the 22nd gate, it's very interesting because it's one of the basic things about the nature of romance is that the nature of romance is rooted in what you hear. What you hear. The 22nd gate is a great gate of listening. And one of the things about the 1222 is that this is a channel of it's the only social channel that's available to the individual. And it is a channel that is designed for connection to the stranger. And so romantic love is often something in which you're really meeting somebody from far outside of your circle in that sense. Because there is always this quality of the stranger, and it leads to needing to hear out the other. And it's one of the deepest aspects of the nature of the relationship in all individuals is that they need to say more things about each other and to each other than any other kind of relationship. When you get to the 12th gate is a gate of caution. It's a gate of caution. It's one of the 3 gates of aloneness. And so one of the things to understand about the 1222 is that it can be as antisocial as it's social. And it can be as anti-passion as it is passionate. One of the things to be clear about when you're looking at any of the aspects in human design, please recognize that this is a binary dualistic system. And what that means is that anything you can read, you can reverse. If you have a gate of love, it's also a gate of hate. If you have a gate of working on what has been spoiled, it can also be a gate that there's no work done on what's spoiled. In other words, everything is a binary. Everything. And it's something to keep in mind. Now look, there's a great deal of information that I have loaded into you, shotgun fashion. And it's very clear to me that you don't all absorb all of that. There is a lot of material that's going to be released shortly here that will really support any of you who have real interest in that. There is a quite an involved CD series on the nature of sexuality, which includes not simply the sexuality of the emotional system, but also the sexuality, or what is called caring, that operates out of the splenic system. You know, there is a sexual manual that will be released here somewhere down the road, not too far away. And so, you know, those of you that really want to have detail of these aspects, that's something you can explore. My purpose today wasn't to teach you this. My purpose today was to give you an insight into something very basic. These aspects, all of these aspects, however you have them in your design, the thing is not about being concerned about what that aspect means or not. You know, what it's really there for is a signpost for you to see your true nature. You know, if you begin to honor your strategy and you're following your type, what you're going to notice about that is that the aspects that are here, whether it's your generative availability, whether it is the emotional sexuality, you're going to begin to recognize them for what they are within yourself.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. It's good to see Ra back out there again. If you like this video, please like and share and subscribe. And I'll be back again very soon with something completely different. Bye for now.